Hi, my name is Courtney and I'm a library associate at the Grandview Heights Public Library. Thank you for joining me today for our Wednesday adult book talks. We post them every Wednesday and I am very happy to be sharing with you today some of my favorite rom-coms that have come out in the last few years. It's spring again, the sun is out, I can finally sit outside and read a book, and I am ready to read something fun and entertaining. So this first one I have to share with you is one of my favorites that's come out in the last couple years. It's The Flatshare by Beth. This came out in 2019 and it is so charming and heartwarming. It just, at the time I read it, I was having kind of a hard time, and this book just made me so happy and light. And the audiobook is also fantastic. I listened to that as well during one of my rereads, and the two narrators for it are really great. So if you're interested in that, we have the audiobook available through Libby or digital downloads. So this book is about Tiffy and Leon, who are both here on the cover. Tiffy is a woefully underpaid publishing assistant in London who has just gone through a really bad breakup and is looking for a new place to live really fast and on a budget. And Leon is a nurse who is working the night shift and pretty much any other shift he can pick up, and he is looking for someone to share his one-bedroom flat or apartment in London. It's kind of an unusual situation that he's offering because there's only one bedroom, one bed, but Leon basically offers that from 9 to 6, it is his apartment. He can come home and sleep and eat and go right back to work, and the rest of the time it is Tiffy's apartment. It is an unusual setup, and actually it's not until about halfway through the book where Tiffy and Leon even meet in person. But before that, they are getting to know each other mostly through post-it notes that they leave around their apartment, and it's just so charming and sweet. I love them. I love the friends and family that they have around them, this little community that they create. They're both, Tiffy and Leon, dealing with some pretty serious issues, but I think Beth O'Leary does an incredible job of handling those issues with a lot of sensitivity, but also a very light touch. This is not a heavy book. It just has enough reality in it to ground it, I think. And it's just, it'll just make you smile. So I hope you will read this book. My other one that I'm going to recommend is the third book in a series. It's called Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. This just came out in the last couple months, and is actually the third book, the final book in the Brown Sisters series that Talia Hibbert's been writing for the past few years. All of the books in this series are fantastic. The other two are Get a Life Chloe Brown and Take a Hint Danny Brown, and I really recommend reading all of them. They're all fantastic. Talia Hibbert has such a talent for creating characters. Her characters are fantastic. They're all so unique and specific, and they just feel very flesh and blood. There's nothing cookie cutter about the characters you meet in her books. And they're all have unique strengths and weaknesses. I don't know. She just does such a great job. She's also really good at some witty banter. This book in particular, Eve and Jacob, who is the hero in this book, have they're real opposites attract, kind of an enemies to lovers sort of situation, and it is so fun to watch them bump up against each other. So this book, Eve is the youngest of the Brown sisters, and she is kind of the flighty one. She's had trouble. She's tried lots and lots of things, tried lots and lots of careers, and nothing has ever quite stuck for Eve. She's always sort of flitting from one thing to the next, and her parents have basically given her an ultimatum to say, okay, we're not going to give you any more money, we're not going to support you anymore until you can prove to us that you can hold down one job, do one thing for a year. And so she kind of goes off in a fit of pique, very upset and happens upon a B&B in a little English town. I should have mentioned this is also set in England, also a British writer, kind of a coincidence, I guess. But she walks into the chef interviews at Jacob's B&B. Jacob is kind of the opposite of her. He is very rigid, very organized, very controlling about things, but together they kind of find a way to make it work. They have a really unfortunate first meeting. The interview does not go well, and then on the way out, Eve accidentally hits Jacob with her car. But then she sticks around to help him out as he recovers from his car accident. And so far, I am about a third of the way through this, but they are very, very entertaining to watch. So those are my recommendations for this week. I hope you will tune in again next week for some more staff recommendations. And if you would like to get your own personalized book recommendations, please check out our Discover Your Next Read service on our website, ghpl.org. Thank you. Have a great day.